Hello, I'm Sal, you're watching Comic Pop, and the question we have here is, now that Thanos' buildup is all over, what do you think is next for the biggest villains of the MCU? So let's start with characters that they could have used or have used, but in a limited or reduced capacity. Of course, Doctor Strange introduced the ruler of the Dark Dimension, Dormammu, or Dormammu if you're me. Huge villain, Lord of the Mindless Ones. There were these really fun, rocky-looking creatures. Lots of really fun magical stuff going on with that character. I would be highly surprised if we didn't see more of him going forward. Now, since Netflix is off the table, but you still want to go more street level, can't use Kingpin, what about good old Parker Robbins, aka The Hood? Not familiar with The Hood? Check out the amazing Dark Reign era of Marvel Comics. Neat special effects, charismatic actor, you can do some really fun stuff with The Hood. Now, another character we haven't seen yet, and for the life of me I cannot imagine why, is the Asgardian seductress and manipulator of Thor, the Enchantress. I really like this character and could really see her providing some really cool problems for our new crop of heroes. Or maybe some old familiar heroes if you want to make her a more cosmic character. Now, after Endgame, since you've already introduced time travel and alternate timelines into the MCU, and you've got a ready, willing, and able actor who might be looking for more of a challenge in the coming years for this character, why not introduce the Maestro? Evil, sadistic Hulk, Mark Ruffalo being a giant green creep? Could be cool. And alright, now that Fox is part of the Disney family, let's get into some of those juicier villains that we all want to see grace the silver screen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Obviously, now that time travel's on the table, you could introduce Kang the Conqueror. The only issue I see is that they might not want to revisit that concept so soon after Endgame. But maybe that's just the thing we need since it's right now on everybody's minds. And you don't want to end the next phase with another big time travel adventure. It could look a little derivative. Now that we've been introduced to Skrulls, might be a good time to introduce Kl'rt, aka the Super Skrull. After all, we haven't actually seen the F4 in the MCU yet, and that might be a fun little reverse way of introducing the team. Ruler of the Negative Zone Annihilus is an awesome-looking character who could provide some incredible tension and stakes without being the biggest bad of them all. I could see him being a really great threat against the Guardians of the Galaxy, or as Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's just me. You could just leave him for the Fantastic Four. Either way. Now, getting into the X-Men, you could do a lot of universe-sized damage with somebody like Apocalypse. I could imagine, though, they did really like to wait to use such a big character when there was already this big tentpole movie starring the character, like, not too long ago. But done correctly, Apocalypse could be such an imposing villain for everybody, not just the X-Men. Now, obviously, with Magneto, he's a force to be reckoned with and a terrific villain for the X-Men, or anybody for that matter. He's a great character, we're really lucky to get him in this universe, and let's hope whatever they do with him, they don't limit his scope. You know who's a great villain from the X-Men you don't get to see too much? Sentinels. Gigantic, malevolent robots that do the bidding of the government? Why wouldn't you take advantage of these guys in your movies? Another gigantic, imposing threat from beyond the stars the MCU couldn't reference until now is obviously the planet-devouring force of nature known as Galactus. You could do one of two things with old Galen, honestly. You could build up to him and do some fun Fantastic Four / full universe stuff with him, or you could do something a little less huge, a little more Marvel, with something like The Trial of Reed Richards, where we reinforce what Galactus actually represents and how vital he is to the survival of the universe. And finally, I'm sure the one that everybody's talking about right now is Doctor Doom. But I don't see him being a Thanos of the MCU where you tease him for a few movies, so much as I'd use him in literally everything. You introduce the character, you sign a huge picture deal with the actor, and then you drop him all over the place. Take full advantage of this character and give him a ton of places to go, a bunch of things to do, and arcs to cover. Doom the Monarch, Doom the supervillain, Doom the diplomat, Doom the power-hungry madman, Doom the humble, Doom the enemy of my enemy. You could have so much fun with Doom that by the time you introduce your phase-ending bad guy, you're not even sure whose side you're rooting for. I'll be honest with you, I'm genuinely excited about the future of the MCU. But I'm also really kind of sad to see this era has gone by. Here's a question for you, though. Who is your pick for the next big bad of the next phase of the MCU? Looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video to help us out. Subscribe to the channel to get updates and notifications about all the videos we make here. We do kind of a lot of them, so you will not run out of content here on ComicPOP. So hopefully we'll see you then. I'm Sal. So long.